Welcome back to the 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us. I'm Nicole Kitsky. Well, school districts across Kern County are still deciding how to approach the upcoming school year. Last night, one group of teachers weighed in. The Kern High School District Board of Trustees is set to meet again tomorrow after putting off a vote last month. The district said it wanted to talk with teachers and stakeholders before making any decisions about the next school year. Last night, the executive board of Kern High School Teachers Association said it's recommending the district keep school campuses closed. The board is calling on the district to operate on 100% distance learning model when the semester begins August 12th. The proposal will be presented at KHSD's board meeting on Wednesday. Well, this week and next, most school districts will be discussing and finalizing reopening plans. 17's Karen Waugh is at Bakersfield City School District ahead of their board meeting in an hour. Karen, tell us more.
That's right, Nicole. BCSD will be holding a special board meeting this afternoon, and they'll be discussing exactly what this upcoming school year will look like, whether that will be in person or distance or a combination of the two. And now this is a dilemma that every school district across the county, never mind the country, is also faced with. So here is a general overview of how the local districts in Kern County are discussing right now. So schools that have already approved plans, we have including Edison School District, Rosedale Union School District, Bakersfield Christian High School, Garces Memorial High School, and CSUB. Now, CSUB will hold the majority of its classes online. They announced that earlier this summer. At BCHS and Garces, they plan to start in-person instruction immediately this fall, but there will also be a 100% distance learning option for families who don't want to yet send their kids back to school. Now, Rosedale Union School District will allow parents to choose either in-person, distance, or a mixture of both. And Edison School District approved a plan last night. They're going to open in stages. They'll start with 100% distance learning. Then they hope to transition into stage 2, blended distance and in-person learning. They hope to do that by this fall. Now, to boards that will have public meetings tonight to discuss. We have Tehachapi School District. They're meeting on Zoom at 5:30, and Fruitvale School District is meeting on Zoom at 6:30. The board of McFarland Unified School District will approve their staged reopening plan tonight as well. There will be a physical meeting at 5 p.m. at McFarland High, or if you want to attend remotely, you can make a comment by just calling the district. For tomorrow, we have the Kern High School District, as you mentioned, Nicole. They'll have a virtual board meeting at 2 p.m. And next Monday, the 20th, we have Delano Union School District meeting at 5 p.m. There are a lot of meetings next Tuesday, the 21st. We have Delano Joint Union High School District meeting at 5 p.m. Then at 6 p.m. we have Arvin School District. Then at 6:30 we have Wasco Union Elementary School District. Then Panama Buena Vista Union School District at 7 p.m. And Norris School District, you might remember they met earlier this week. They've tabled their decision until next Tuesday as well. Now the Wasco Union High School District, they won't have their board meeting until next Thursday, or 2 Thursdays, from now, July 30th. And we are still waiting for responses from St. Francis Parish School, Our Lady of Guadalupe School, as well as Greenfield Union, Beardsley, Standard, and Sierra Sands school districts. So certainly a lot to process. I promise I will have a graphic, a full list for you coming up tonight at 5, as well as a wrap of everything that's going to happen at this afternoon's BCSD special board meeting as well. But for now, live in East Bakersfield, Karen Waugh, 17 News.
Thanks so much, Karen. Well, now to an update on the number of coronavirus cases here in Kern County. Kern Public Health announces another 158 new cases. Now, they have no deaths to report today. Our local death toll stands at 98. We are seeing more people currently infected with the virus and recovering at home. The number is now over 2,200, while 142 people are being treated at local hospitals. Well, now to COVID-19 outbreaks around town. A local grocery store confirms 3 cases among its employees. The Vons at 5700 Stockdale Highway says the 3 employees are receiving medical care, adding they haven't worked at the store since July 9th. Vaughn says the store has been through enhanced cleaning, sanitizing, and disinfecting procedures since learning of those cases. The store remains open, and Vaughn says safety for customers and employees is their top priority. And 2 Kern County churches remain closed, and they could stay that way for weeks. The parishes of St. Augustine's Catholic Church in Lamont and St. Thomas's Catholic Church in Arvin made the announcement Friday. Someone who attended services at both churches tested positive for COVID-19. They say all scheduled events, including weddings, funerals, communions, and baptisms, are canceled. There will also be no live streams of Sunday Mass or worship. St. Augustine Church said in a statement they will continue to keep the community informed as they get permission from the diocese to reopen. And a Taft celebration has also fallen victim to the coronavirus. The Oil Dorado Festival, which usually happens every 5 years, will now be pushed back to 2021. According to the Taft Midway Driller, the COVID-19 pandemic is slumping most of the economy, and it made it impossible to hold that 10-day event this October. Oil Dorado Incorporated President Shannon Miller says it is important to do the celebration the right way, but there are still some events that may go on this fall, including the popular Whiskerino contest, where people show off their beards and mustaches. Miller hopes that something can be done virtually to showcase the variety of beards that people have been growing out since January. Now, the inmate who escaped custody from a local hospital last month has been found a long ways from home. 42-year-old Jason Rawls escaped while being treated at Kern Medical. Rawls was shackled with a waist chain, cuffed by the wrists, and had his legs shackled. Now, according to the Kern County Sheriff's Office, he was located and is in custody in Webster County, Missouri. Rawls' extradition to Kern County is pending. And a missing woman is safe after she was missing for 5 days. Now, according to the family, 22-year-old Jezebel Yana went missing in Lost Hills on July 7th. Her family says she was traveling to Los Angeles when she stopped at the Love's Travel Stop on Highway 46 near Interstate 5 in Lost Hills. They say she walked away from the truck stop around 11 a.m. She was found in the Buttonwillow area on Sunday. Well, Bakersfield police are investigating after finding a dead male in central Bakersfield. According to BPD, they responded to O Street just off Golden State Avenue for an unresponsive subject. BPD says they found a man dead. Police say this is an ongoing investigation, but they do not believe the death is suspicious. Anyone with any information is asked to contact BPD at 327-7111. And one person is dead after a crash on Fairfax Road. That happened last night about 9:30. BPD reports that a truck collided with an ATV. 2 people were on the ATV when the crash happened. BPD says the ATV was not equipped with lights at the time of that crash. The driver of the ATV suffered minor injuries while the passenger died at the scene. The truck's driver was not hurt in the crash and is cooperating with the investigation. Drugs, alcohol, and speeding do not appear to be factors in that crash. And CHP is investigating another fatal crash that happened early Monday. It happened at 6:20 a.m. near the corner of Myrtle Avenue and DeGiorgio Road. The driver of the Chevy was attempting to turn left onto Myrtle Avenue. That's when a GMC Yukon was involved in a head-on collision with the Chevy. The driver of that Chevy was taken to Kern Medical Center and later died. No one else was hurt in the accident and no arrests were made. An investigation is still ongoing. And arson investigators are looking into a fire that broke out Monday in downtown Bakersfield. Crews from the city and county were called shortly after 7 p.m. to a vacant home in the area of 23rd and P Streets. When they arrived, about half of that structure was engulfed in flames, and the flames were shooting from the roof of the one-story building. Firefighters were able to put the fire quickly out. Now, no one was injured. BPD needs your help in finding a suspect who reportedly stole a package from a residence. According to BPD, the suspect was caught on video surveillance taking a package off that front porch on the 3500 block of Collington Drive. BPD says the suspect is a white male, mid-30s, heavy-set, blonde or red hair. Now, he was last seen in a black t-shirt, blue jeans, and a black baseball cap. Contact BPD if you have any information. Well, Sheriff Donnie Youngblood is assembling a community-wide advisory council. Sheriff Youngblood is teaming up with the MLK Community Initiative to put together the Community Advisory Council. This is in response to the Zoom meeting back on June 10th with Sheriff Youngblood and a panel of community members where they agreed the community needed to be more involved. At the following up meeting last week, those in attendance decided to start building the council. The council is still in its early stages. The plan is to incorporate 20 local leaders along with the sheriff's office. Well, looking ahead, Delano PD is hosting a town hall meeting tomorrow. The department is asking the community to talk about their concerns, trends in crime, and much more at that meeting. Now, that's happening online at 5:30 p.m. Chief of Police Robert Navarez will speak at the meeting along with other guests. Then the community will have a chance to comment. Kevin, I never thought I would be looking forward to the 90s, but here I am, excited about it.
Yeah, we are going to be in the 90s today after seeing that 105 yesterday. Air quality, still a little bit of a haze, but it has improved, so that's always good news when we can have that. Let's show you the current temperature right now around the area. In Bakersfield, sitting at 92 degrees. We have a light wind out of the west-northwest at 9 miles per hour, and you can see our hour-by-hour temperatures on the side. They're all the way through 11 o'clock tonight, so by this evening, we will cool down. We should be right around 97 this time of year, so we're going to be close to that. Yes, near normal. The record on this date, 112, and that was set back in 1908. They can keep that record for sure, and we're not expecting to see temperatures like that anytime soon. Here's a look at the numbers right now. 93 in Delano. We've got 91 out in Taft, and then for the mountains, 82 in Frazier Park, 84 in Tehachapi, and then into the Kern River Valley, we've got 92 Lake Isabella Ridgecrest already in the upper 90s here. And here's a look at the big picture and why we're seeing a little cool down. We have a weak trough that's developed just offshore here. That is helping to usher in more of an onshore flow, but that will be short-lived. As we get closer to the weekend, triple digits will return as this ridge of high pressure builds back towards the west and amplifies things a little bit. So, hey, we'll take the brief cool down. You can see that on our temperature change. Bakersfield, 5 degrees cooler right now than what we were at yesterday at this time. -3 on the temperatures for Sacramento, and we're 2 degrees under in Los Angeles from where we were at this time yesterday as well. So nice to see the cooler weather all around the state. Here's a look at the daytime highs for today. We're looking at 69 in the Bay Area, 63 out in Morro Bay, 99 in Fresno, but where we still find that heat is Vegas at 108, and then also Phoenix. They're going to be right near 110 this afternoon. Here's a look at our headline. So near normal temperatures are back for at least a day or two. Winds will be much calmer in the mountains. There's still that breeze, but no advisories in place, and triple digits will return by Thursday. And I can't remind you enough, on these hot days, stay out of the Kern River unless you're going with an experienced guide. Let's take a look at the air quality. I said it improved, and you can see today will be moderate with an AQI at 90. The UV index still high, so make sure if you're going to be out in the sun, you wear lots of sunscreen. Here's a look at our highs for today. Bakersfield right near 98, 99 in Delano. Out to the west, Taft, you're looking at 96, and then for the mountains and the Kern River Valley, not a bad day on tap. Frazier Park at 86, 87 in Tehachapi. For the Kern River Valley, we're also going to be into the 90s today, so below 100, 95 for Lake Isabella. And then out in the desert, we'll look for a little bit of a wind here out of the southwest, 15 to 25, 96 in Mojave, and Ridgecrest will be the hot spot today at 105 degrees. Here's a look at that extended forecast and what we can expect. And you can see 99 as we head into tomorrow. And then I talked about those triple digits coming back by Thursday, and they're going to hold on all the way through next Monday. Overnight temperatures will be comfortable into the 60s to lower 70s. For the mountains, upper 80s and lower 90s across the board. Very little change in the temperatures for the mountains. And then for the Kern River Valley forecast, you can see upper 90s through next Monday. Overnight temperatures into the 60s. So overall, the big impact here is the valley going from 105 yesterday to those upper 90s today. And when we see that temperature drop, you can really feel it out there.
Oh, yeah, you can, especially even in the morning. I mean, yesterday morning it was so hot, and this morning it was kind of cool.
Upper 60s, lower 70s. So.
Yeah, it's nice to see that. Well, thanks so much, Kevin. All right, well, a new study suggests last year's powerful Ridgecrest earthquakes increased the chance of a large earthquake on the San Andreas Fault. The study says there is now a 2.3% chance of an earthquake of magnitude 7.5 or greater in the next 12 months, specifically on a section of the 160-mile-long Garlock Fault, which runs along the northern edge of the Mojave Desert. The study was published in the Bulletin of the Seismological Society of America. That increased likelihood, in turn, would cause there to be a 1.15% chance of a large earthquake on the San Andreas Fault in the next year. While the odds may seem small, it's a substantial jump from before last year's Ridgecrest earthquakes. Welcome back. Well, if you haven't filed your federal taxes yet, you have one day to get it done. This year's federal income tax deadline is tomorrow, July 15th. It was, of course, postponed due to the coronavirus pandemic. If you are filing, you might want to do so online. There's a huge backlog of paper tax returns because so many IRS employees have been working from home. That means taxpayers who already filed a paper return may be waiting a while for any refunds. Also know that taxpayers can request an extension to October 15th, but still need to submit an extension form by tomorrow. Most but not all state tax returns were also postponed to July 15th. Well, a devastating discovery here in California. Police confirming they found the body of Glee star Naya Rivera yesterday as rescue teams scoured the area at Piru Lake during the 6th day of searching. Authorities say Rivera used the last of her strength to save her 4-year-old son before she died. NBC's Chanel Jones has more.
Naya Rivera's final moments spent saving her son's life. On Monday, the former Glee star's body was finally found 5 days after she went missing. She was on a boat trip in California's Lake Piru with her 4-year-old son, Josie. Josie, who was found last Wednesday alone and asleep on a pontoon, told investigators that he and his mother went swimming together.
Her son described being helped into the boat by Naya. He looked back and saw her disappear under the surface of the water.
Police believe currents in the lake could have caused the boat to drift and Naya to get swept away.
She mustered enough energy to get her son back onto the boat, but not enough to save herself.
Rivera was best known for her 6 seasons as head cheerleader Santana on Fox's hit show Glee.
If I die young, bury me in satin, lay me down on a bed of roses.
Heartbroken fans online praising her portrayal of the groundbreaking queer Latina character. Several of her co-stars were spotted at Lake Piru holding hands just hours after her body was discovered. Confirmation of Rivera's death comes 7 years to the day that another Glee cast member, Corey Monteith, died of a drug overdose. Castmates Leah Michelle paying tribute to both of them with black and white photos. And Kevin McHale writing, quote, "You'd be hard-pressed to convince me that Corey didn't help find our girl today." Another Glee co-star, Amber Riley, posting this touching video of Rivera singing with the young son she likely rescued.
Now, police say they don't suspect any foul play or suicide. It was just likely a tragic accident. Her son is doing okay with his father, Rivera's ex-husband, Ryan Dorsey.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to KGET.com.